BigMama Energy.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Tia. And today we're going to be doing a story time.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is about a fight night.
A fight night.
A fight night.
A fight night, okay? It is for random and fun, and I thought you guys would love it. Well, we thought you guys would love it.
We thought you would. Sit back and enjoy, but before you do,
go ahead and subscribe. Tap in.
You're here. You love us.
Yes.
Honestly, share.
Yes.
Share us too.
Okay, and welcome to anybody that is new. Welcome to the BigMama Tribe. We love to have you. Okay?
And you'll love it here.
Yes.
Trust me.
So we're about to get into it. Stay tuned. I don't know why I said stay tuned. So, this fight party happened some years ago, okay? I want to say that...
How old were we?
I want to say that I was probably like 18.
You were 18?
19 at the most.
I wasn't 21 yet.
You think you was 21?
I had to have been 21. At least. Maybe.
Well, if I was 19, you probably was 21.
Yeah.
So around that time.
Around that time. We're not going to get this around that time.
Yeah, I don't think I was 17. I was older than 17.
No, you were grown and like
so,
legal.
Yeah, I was definitely legal.
Yeah.
I wasn't 21 yet, but I definitely was probably like, it was between 18 and 19.
Right.
Could have been pushing 22. It had to happen between like 2009.
Okay, yeah, around that era.
Around that
So
era.
imagine around that era.
Yes.
Don't even know all that. But
yeah, so me and Sissy, like, we is like this, like we is now pretty much. And one day we was bored and we was like, you know what? Let's hit up South Street. Let's go out.
South Street. For all you young folks, South Street used to be a good time.
Definitely used to be a good time. South Street
good time.
is definitely like the Bourbon Street to our New Orleans. Like, if you will, like, it's like, you know what I mean? Bourbon Street is definitely turned up.
Yeah, Bourbon Street is litty.
That's what South Street is to Philadelphia.
Philly, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a weekend, had to have been.
Yeah.
And we decided, like, all right, we ain't got nothing else to do, so let's hit up South Street. Let's go out.
Yes.
Alright, so with no plans, we got to South Street, and I think in this, I don't know if we already had like walked South Street like the whole like
yeah, we had already done whatever we was gonna do.
Yes, okay, so we was already walking on South Street, did whatever we did. Right. So then we went back to Broad Street, and I think you had to use the bathroom. So you went across the street.
Restaurant, whatever it was.
I don't know. I think was it a vegan restaurant? It might be a vegan restaurant now.
It was something or other.
It was
some restaurant on the corner. I went over there. Went to the bathroom.
Yeah, so she had to go use the bathroom. So I stood like where the Art Institute thing, like it's a school I think right there.
Yeah,
I stood right there waiting for you. So when Sissy left my side, I went to the bathroom. This car had drove past me, but when the car drove past me, like the dudes was all like staring, you know what I mean? They like what they saw.
They was checking you out.
Definitely, right? So as Sissy is coming back across the street, the same car must have like did a U-turn or something, because they came back and they pulled up to us. And you know, we talking to them, shooting the shit, if you will.
Right.
And
kicking it.
They like, oh, what y'all doing? We like, oh, nothing. We all just out here chilling or whatever, having a good time. And they like, oh, you know what? Like, I'm having a fight party.
Right.
And
so
y'all should come. I'm talking about pipe this joint. I'm talking about buku bitches, buku. Well, you know what I mean.
It's gonna be liquor,
you know. It's just gonna be a good time. Like, I'm thinking this about to be the fight party of the century. I'm like, oh, all right. We definitely was playing a game.
And we were playing a game. And being as though we were so adventurous back then,
we was
with it. We like, all right, cool. I mean, granted, I wouldn't suggest it because we didn't know what and where we could have been. But
at that time, we definitely wasn't even thinking about that.
We weren't. We was like, let's go. Let's have fun. It's a fight party, right?
So we get into this car. Oh, and just to make things clear, it was two young men in the car. It wasn't just one. It was two young men in the car. So I think, didn't I get in the front? And the friend got it.
That man insisted that you got in front.
Yes, okay.
And his friend got it to you.
So we in the car or whatever, and you know, I'm asking the young man about himself and stuff like that. And he tells me how he's, you know, a cop or whatever.
I'm like,
well, he said he was on leave or something like that.
yeah, he was on leave.
Yeah, he was on leave, but he was a cop. And I was shocked. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. So we're driving, you know, the vibes is there. We're just like getting to know these people that we just met or whatever. Talking or whatever along the way to the fight party.
Right.
So next thing you know, I think we was in West Philly or something like that. And it's like, cop cars start flying past. It's like, it's crazy. I don't know what happened, but it's like something went off in this man's head, and he started trying to follow like the cops, like he's on duty or something.
I'm like, sir, said you was on a leave. Why are you racing with the cops? Like, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yo, I was like, hey, yo, at that moment, I knew that night
that wasn't a good
be
decision.
night.
I'm like, yo, he's crazy.
He starts flying. I'm like, let us out if you want to be on. Like,
let us out.
Do I have to stop dropping roll? Like, what is going on? Like, so I don't know how we got him to like not
chill out.
Follow, you know, the cops or whatever. He's not on duty, but he wound up taking us to, you know, the fight party.
Right.
So
which was in like Albany.
It was.
Which was weird. I don't know. It was in Albany. He was taking a long way.
He was taking a long way. It was very weird because I feel like, was it in West Philly with the cops? I feel like we was on like
we went through all this extra
went to West
shit to
Philly.
get to Albany. It was crazy. I'm like,
it was very crazy.
Okay.
I think they was like just like
hyped to like drive around.
Hyped to drive around, and I think they was like buying time, if you will, like before we get to this party.
This fight party, y'all. Before we get to the fight party.
So when we pulled up to the party, like Sissy said, it was like in Island or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not very familiar with that area in general. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we hype. We like, all right, we at the fight party. Like, cute how we want to be cute. Like, okay.
I'm like, it's probably some other cuties in there. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm not going to tie myself down to nobody.
Exactly. Okay.
Options.
So, and at that point, like we said, we was very adventurous and we wanted to have some fun. Yeah. So, yeah, fight party sound like fun. So that's what we did. So when we walked up to this house, okay, I'm not judging the house by the outside, but
I was judging it.
They was talking about you was judging the house.
I sure was. As soon as I walked up, I'm like, child. As soon as I walked up and looked at the grill,
yes. So
they said there was gonna be plenty of food,
all this stuff. It was one chicken on the grill.
One chicken.
Just one.
And honestly, this was the saddest chicken I've ever seen on the grill. I was like, is this a pigeon on this other?
No, like honestly, it was very weird.
It was weird.
I didn't know what. At that point, I was just like, what did we just
get into? As soon as you come, I'm like, this is some bullshit.
It was one chicken on the grill. One. My thing is other people here, I assume. Because at this point, we don't know what we gonna walk into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was live outside.
Right,
you know, it didn't seem like a party was going on in there at all.
It didn't seem like that, yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So, as we walk past this sad, miserable piece of chicken on the grill,
we proceed to go in
we go into the house.
The fight party. The fight was on a TV from maybe the first TV made. It was like 1950. I don't know when the first TV made was. So don't come for me, but it was old as hell. It was maybe a black and white box TV.
Like a kitchen. Back in the day, your grandmama.
It was on the floor. Yeah.
It was like very weird.
It was a big wooden box TV. I'm like. I was surprised the fight was able to be on that TV, to be very honest. And that was an antenna TV, if you will. I don't know what and how.
It was so much going on in this house that I was just like confused. I don't even remember the fight. I don't remember
we didn't watch the fight, to be
I
very
don't even
honest.
know. It was so much stuff going on, from like people drunken, grandpops, uncles.
That was his uncle.
I don't know.
His uncle was out of pocket from the rip.
People ain't have teeth in their mouth.
Yeah.
It was just very.
They said it was gonna be a lot of drinks. I remember that.
They had Telesport, didn't they?
It was a container of Telesport that was half gone. I was like, a lot of drinks and a lot of food. It's a bird on the fucking grill. What? I was confused.
That's what
and
we
upset.
wanted to get into, though. Like, I was like, oh my God. And then, okay, so the young man that was, you know,
entertaining you,
entertaining me, or that I was entertaining.
Yeah, either way.
It was a girl there, and I guess like that was like her crush from back in the day, you know what I mean? Somebody that she was all into like that, whatever. So she ain't like me from the rip. She had an issue, me mugging.
She was upset.
She was mad about it.
She was mad that we were there, honestly.
Very mad, like me mugging. First of all, baby girl, you can't even come for me looking the way that you was looking. But I mean,
she was giving off very much Respucia vibes. Like, I was like, girl.
And then back in the day, you know, back then that style was when they had like this shaved off, and then that child, she had that going, but it was not it. She
had the Auntie Deb cut. I was like, bitch, no.
And then like it was too much going on in that environment, and I didn't know how to process it, because it's like, first of all, you throwing me shade. And I don't even want this man.
You can have him.
Like, they don't bring us to this place, this home. I don't even know what's going on. And then you got people was about to fight.
Yeah, they was carrying on in there. They were carrying on. I was scared to go to the bathroom. I remember.
Wasn't the bathroom like in the living room?
And it was in the living room. It didn't quite lock right. I was like, you know what?
It didn't lock right.
I don't know what kind of games is being played. I'm like, Sissy, stand right here.
Yeah, no, for real. It was very strange. I'm talking about uncles coming at us, like
right at our neck,
in our face, and at the time, like we said, we was younger, so we looking like,
yo, is this like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
at this point, I feel like we was in like some type of mental asylum.
Yeah,
like,
that like really summed it up.
Like,
that was the vibe, and I forgot it was a fight on the fucking TV. You want to call it like?
It was very strange, and then like. It was I think he was a little, you know, slow. Remember, it was like a younger guy, but he wasn't like our age. He was older than us, but he was like a younger guy. And I think he wasn't all the way there in the head. Like, I mean, I feel like none of them was.
None of them was wound tightly at all.
I feel like
this was like the untethered.
But it was
party.
and I don't know what happened, but an argument had broke out, and I thought a fight was about to go down between the guy that I was entertaining and this guy.
And I'm like,
what is going on? I didn't know if like the guy was like looking at me a certain way. I don't know, but it got real crazy. And I'm like, at this point, you want to go home.
We're ready to go. Like, I don't know.
It was just like the craziest thing.
And the bull was trying to cat off, the one that was trying to talk to me. I'm like, he's telling me how he was in jail and all that. I'm like, sir, I'm not interested. And no disrespect to, you know, the good brothers that did their little stuff.
Right.
But no, sir, I'm not. You wasn't even all that cute. And now you really not cute. And like, yeah.
It was just a lot going on.
It was a lot. I'm like.
And I just can't even till this day, like, understand why we were even. But I mean, we did. And
I don't know.
I was sitting on the couch and the guy was like trying to make me kiss him. Oh, I was like, no, I don't want to kiss you.
Yeah, I don't want to kiss you.
He was like, can I just get a little kiss? I'm like,
no.
Like, he was like trying to trick me into kissing him. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
First of all, you done lied.
You lied, and you know that.
And
this is embarrassing. Why would you bring us here?
Why would you bring us here?
This was very embarrassing. I was like, for them, you know what I mean? I would be embarrassed.
I would have been very embarrassed, but I guess like he didn't care. Like, and I really don't understand. This was heavy cat.
This was catfish as far as an environment.
It was definitely.
This was like we were like catfish as far as like an environment goes, because the vibe was not what they described.
The vibe was not what they described.
It was bullshit.
No, it was definitely bullshit. Yeah. You know what? If they would have just pulled up to their place and And you know, people would have been, it would have been, I don't know. This vibe was just so far left from what like we were expecting.
Yeah. I'm thinking like a nice environment, a big screen TV, like, you know what I mean, a up to date one, like, you know what I mean, like where you can see the people fighting, food, drinks, good time, other people.
And at this point,
I don't know.
I don't even think he was a cop.
Yo, I don't know.
I really like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
he might have wanted to be a police. Or maybe he was, but maybe he was like on some type of mental leave.
Mental leave.
Like to be very, very honest.
Cause the way that they went.
Because he had the scanner in his car, remember?
He did have the scanner. That's why. That's why he started following her.
They done told you he was on leave, sir.
Yeah, it was very. I don't even know. That night was crazy.
That night was a night to remember. I'm like, you know what?
We definitely got up out of there. We made them take
it was time to
home.
go. I was like, yeah, no.
But we got them to drop us off like around the corner.
You're not gonna know where I was at. You won't. Drop me off over there. Yeah. Thank you.
That night was just like extreme.
It was extreme. Extreme waste of time. Like, no. Take heed to who you get in the car.
Yeah, definitely take heed. I wouldn't recommend getting in the car with strangers.
I wouldn't either, because we don't usually end well. Thank God.
Yeah, we was definitely playing the game back then.
We were playing the game with our life.
I mean, we had fun. It's a good story.
It's a good story.
Yeah. That's all I can say. But it was crazy. Like, it's definitely not what we thought. We like, oh, we had on to a fight party. Let's go.
I could not. And you know, we were giving each other that look all night. Just like, what is going on? Can it get any worse? I mean, help. Can we please leave? That's what we was giving each other all night.
No, seriously. Can we go? Can we? It was just, yeah.
And I'm trying to laugh because, like, shit was just.
It was like, yeah, it was a shit show. Like, honestly.
Yeah, you can't make this.
And it's like Sissy said, that was so embarrassing. Like, why would you even bring us there?
I was confused. Like, you could have we could have went to a bar.
We could have definitely went to the bar and watched the fight.
Like, what?
You took us there, and then you thought like we was gonna be in your lives after that, and you
thought something would happen. Like, excuse me, sir.
He thought he had a girlfriend.
He did.
He said, "Can you be my baby?"
And just from his look, I did not expect it. To be very honest, I thought we was gonna go somewhere nice.
I thought we was gonna go somewhere nice.
I was very something like, now see.
No, for real. And that's what we get for fucking. That's what we get.
Yeah.
That's what we get. Because we really thought that we was going somewhere nice. But the way he definitely kept that situation for sure. Like,
and he had a nice car. He looked nice.
Had a nice car.
No.
He wasn't bad looking, you know what I mean? He's alright.
I did not expect that.
I didn't expect for the games to be played. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what type of games being played? No, for
I mean,
yeah. It was just like, yeah, don't do it, okay?
Just
like,
don't.
please, just don't. Like, if y'all the age that we were,
right?
Don't play a game.
Not no randoms, don't, because you don't know.
Please. Because it really could have got, you know what? I'm happy that it was what it was, because it could have been darker.
It could have been dark.
It could have got dark.
It could have got really dark, and yeah.
And the way these people looked in his house, it could have got really dark.
We could have been like, that was it.
Like, it's my basement type of thing.
Yeah,
because that was the vibes the house was giving.
Yeah, and them people was giving.
And them people.
Honestly, we looked too good to be in there, and not even on some shit. We did not fit the environment. I was like, it's time to go.
And that's why I said I don't even understand like why they play the game like that. Like,
yeah, I was very much ready to go. I'm like, yeah, now. But I wasn't ready for the night to be over. But I was ready to get the hell up out of there.
Oh, but we definitely got out of there.
We got out of there.
But so when they dropped us off, we walked around to the crib, and we wasn't even there for 5 minutes. And Sissy, like, we back out.
We back out here, like, off to the, because I was like, I just refuse to let that, you know, be the end of the night.
What time was there around, would you say? Was it like?
It was like 2 or 1. It wasn't that late.
It was late, but it wasn't like extremely.
It wasn't extreme. It was still enough time.
Yeah, to be out here and have fun.
With somebody, like, more, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not going to waste this night. You got me messed up.
So we definitely slid right back out.
We slid out.
we didn't have them come pick us up at the house either. We went back around
the corner.
Around the corner.
And linked up with some familiar, well, for me, it was a familiar person. And he had a friend.
And they had 2 different cars.
2 different cars.
Yes. First of all,
his friend was on some bullshit.
The friend's car, that shit was gutted.
His car was gutted out.
Like,
if you know, it was a Caprice.
Was it a Caprice?
They loved them Caprice. Yes, it was Caprice. But it was a gutted out Caprice.
That joint was
his was a gutted out Caprice.
Because he was fixing it up, I guess.
That's what they got into. They was like car club kind of stuff, whatever.
But my thing is like, why would you pick something
Why would you
up?
bring that car around the fucking corner? Like,
I don't think it was no seats in the bed.
It wasn't. It was just seats in front. He must have still been like trying to steal his parts for his fucking.
Hey yo.
Anyway, yeah. So I didn't meet his friend. I was like, why would you bring this friend for my sister right here? Like, why would you bring him?
Now, what I will say about his friend, I like tall, dark-skinned swim guys. Like, that's kind of my thing, my speed or whatever. And he met that.
He met that requirement.
That criteria. Yeah. Like, he met that. Other than that, though, no. He was a hot mess.
He was. I was like, why would you bring this nigga around here?
Like, and then, but this is my thing. The car gutted out. Ain't no seats in the bed. Like, it's raggedy as fuck. You know how when you
it was gutted out.
You know, like the roof, like with the pieces. Like, you ever been in somebody's car and like the pieces from the ceiling? It was terrible.
Yeah.
But mind you, he trying to eat it up in his car.
No.
He's like, oh yeah, like you so pretty and da 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 da. I'm like, sir.
You like, it's not going down in this car.
Do you see this car, sir?
Come on. It ain't even no tents on this motherfucker, was it? Sir.
At this,
I don't even know you, like, dog.
He was playing a game again. Well, at least I was in this car with this guy.
And I was having a good time.
But see, I had no familiar friend.
Right, my familiar friend.
And how was that drive?
Yeah, that was, I mean, it was a good time. It was always a good time with that particular friend. So, you know. He had to bite the bullet for that one.
Yeah, I definitely bit the bullet. Like, his conversation wasn't bad, but it's just like, this car is terrible, okay? And you're trying to
finesse something, like, sir.
He was trying to eat me like a Thanksgiving plate in this car. And I'm like, sir.
This ain't the vibe.
This don't look sanitary. It don't look safe.
Right.
I don't know if something gonna crawl out underneath. It was terrible. Like, and there's no exaggeration. It's like, I just feel like, why is you picking up somebody in this ride?
I don't understand that. Like, when he told him, like, yeah, she got a sister or whatever, like, come through. Why would you bring that car? That was like, I don't know.
Why would you bring this car? Is that maybe that was the only car you had? I don't know.
Like, why wouldn't y'all just come in the same car?
Right.
Because y'all wanted to be a certain kind of vibe. Like, I'm just confused.
Like, and I've seen that before when like guys pull up and they had their own car, but their cars be like
fixed
and
together.
a whole car.
You want to pull up with the bando car, like the fucking.
That's exactly what it looked like. A bando car.
I don't know.
The trap car.
The trap car. Yeah. I told you he wasn't done stealing his parts yet.
It was terrible.
He wasn't done fixing his car up. But you should have brought that one. Cause I know he had other cars. You should have brought your other car.
Yeah, that night was a night.
Unless he just was like trying to find any friend.
He probably was.
He probably was.
He like, all right, let me hold up.
Right.
Because you know what? You call him, he probably was like, oh shit, hold up. She calling me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's how they be with
back
in the day. When I was calling you, you need to hurry up and pick the phone because I don't call people that often.
Yeah.
And then he like, all right, I don't want to miss out on, that vibe.
Right.
I got to find a friend for her sister immediately. Yeah. So that's who we found. I must ain't give him enough time.
You did give him enough time. And a friend enough time to get the rest of his car pieces together.
Because it was, I'm like, that's a shame.
But that night was fun. I mean, it was very random.
It was a random.
And I say it was spontaneous and it was fun. Like,
it was fun.
Granted, we put ourselves in, compromising situations, but it was vibe.
But we were young, and that's what young people do.
But that's what you do.
You just live life out here, We're okay.
We are okay. And you want to know what's funny? Is like 2 years later, we was on South Street and ran into them same guys.
The same guys from the fight party.
From the fight party.
I'm like, oh, hurry up.
And it was like, what was it, Memorial Day or something? It was something like that.
A lot of people.
Because me, you, Nene, Courtney, I think we all had went to John's when it was open.
Yes, yeah.
To eat.
Yep.
That was the day. And, yeah, child.
I was like, oh, shoot. Like,
first of all, and I had them thick clog shoes on. Once I seen him, I was trying to get the fuck out of here. But I almost broke my goddamn ankle. Like, that joint went to the side. I was like,
I was trying to get away. Like,
It was so weird, because, like, what are the odds of us being on South Street
together
and seeing those same two guys? And at that point, I felt like they seen us see them, and now they follow us.
Yeah, I'm like, we gotta go, y'all. We got to go. This is crazy. Like,
Yeah, I hope that young man is okay.
For all we know, I hope he's well.
Yeah, I hope he's well and getting the help that he needs.
Yeah.
Something was wrong with him, for sure.
Getting the help that he needs. And I think we seen his friend by himself, remember?
Yes, we did.
We seen his friend.
We seen his friend. It was like on Market Street,
yeah,
something like that.
Somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I was like...
And the fact is, it's crazy. They still remember us. Anytime you see us, like...
I'm like, please forget.
Please.
Honestly,
I would never forget them, though. Because of, like, the...
Yeah, fight party was that traumatic.
Have y'all ever been to a fight party or invited to... anywhere for that matter, and you get there and the vibe was just not what you expected
off.
Like, wait, huh? No.
Like, why would you invite me to this bullshit? Like, you know.
Yeah,
that's how it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this seemed like, and after that it just seemed like these were people that don't know, like corny guys, you know,
yeah,
like they really didn't have any swag, if you will, about them, so they didn't know how to really.
And first of all, they were much older than us. Let's be clear. They were very older, like much older than us. That's why they was talking to young girls, because they was corny as shit.
Right. And they probably thought that we was gonna fall for anything.
Right.
And I mean, granted, we fell for the cat.
Right.
But once we got there,
we put two and two together. I was like, all right,
y'all can't know.
Time to go. Yeah, yeah. This ain't that. It's time to go. No.
Right.
You got a better chance with Respucia in the kitchen.
Hey, yo, no, honestly, like, yeah. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
So that is our story
Good
of
times.
our fight party.
Our fight party.
Yeah. A story to remember.
One for the books, for sure.
Okay, guys. Make sure you guys like,
share,
comment,
and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Until next time.
Until next time. Bye guys.